Back in 2015, I got into the habit of grabbing a plastic grocery bag that was under my sink. I had dozens of them for some reason, and bringing it with me to the beach and filling it with marine debris that I would find washed up along the shoreline or left behind by beachgoers that day or the night before. And I'd fill that bag with trash. I'd take a selfie. I'd share it up with my friends and families and socials and chats. Hashtag fill a bag. And I didn't do it to really, call attention to myself, but to raise awareness to this problem that I was seeing, despite the fact having grown up on an island and living out here for about 45 years, most of 45 years, I'd never noticed it before. People started sending me pictures back of their fill-a-bag walks. While there was a sense of outrage, there was also this kind of communal we feeling. Everybody was in this together. And so I thought, well, what if we can make it easier for people to go out and turn an ordinary walk into a meaningful cleanup? So I had this idea, from the dog poop station of setting up a fill-a-bag station at a beach that could hold bags that people can grab and take on their walk. But I just had too much on my plate at that point, so I just kind of shelved it and I just kept doing my own thing and sharing up and hyping other people when they were doing their thing. A few years later, talking to some friends, we ended up hearing about this competition called the Miami Foundation's Public Space Challenge, where people can submit an idea to activate a public space to improve it for the benefit of more. And so we submitted our fill-a-bag station idea. And that was in 2018. We won the competition in 2018, and that's where we kind of got started from. When COVID hit in 2020, people were actually, everyone had to isolate. So you really couldn't get outside to maybe the beaches or the parks. They were closed. But if you wanted to take a walk around your own neighborhood and fill a bag, you can absolutely do it. What we did during COVID was, we were like, look, have you had it with Zoom school and online meetings? Get your pod together and let's go out for an eco activity with fill-a-bag. So we would team up with, homeschool groups or friends and family pods or social clubs or work groups and take them out in small groups. Initially, you were allowed to have 10 people together at the same time. But, that's grown. Today, I think we have about 25, 30 Cub Scout and their families out here. All right. So, we're ready to do a beach cleanup. Well, if you're talking about, corporate responsibility and the impact on this, newfound awareness that there is, I think it's great. Everyone needs to look at themselves and how they run their own life or their company. So when Fill-A-Bag began, our initial goal was to activate 5 Fill-A-Bag stations in 2019. And we ended up exceeding that by April. And by the end of 2019, there were 20. And then COVID hit 2020. It kind of slowed things down a little bit. But, today, here we are in 2022, there are 48 Fill-A-Bag stations around the world.
Wow.
And so what we did is we've continued to iterate as time has passed. We have a DIY process, so do it yourself. You want to bring Fill-A-Bag to your local community? Absolutely. We'll help you do it. It doesn't cost anything. Just reach out and we'll take you through the process. We'll provide you with any materials that you need. And the nice thing about the Fill-A-Bag activations is that they really, they're localized. So they take on the personality, the creativity, and the resources of the community behind it. I'm here in Key Biscayne. I don't have anything to do with what's going on in Daytona or New Smyrna Beach or South Carolina or Alabama or Rhode Island or, the Philippines. Those communities rally around it, and it allows Fill-A-Bag and that the whole initiative to iterate along local terms. If we can provide good habits and awareness to children from the beginning, then they don't have to relearn things like we do as adults. And so, hopefully they're the stewards of our future. They're the ones who are going to come up with concepts and technologies and ideas that we've never even thought of, that were never part of any roadmap. So that's, I think, really the power of doing a beach cleanup. It provides that gateway eco activity to spark that lifestyle awareness and lead to your own changes in behavior, your own creativity, your own resources. You tap into that, and who knows where it'll go.
Could you honestly imagine a world where our beaches are completely empty of trash?
Unfortunately, no, because of the amount of trash that's being dumped into the ocean every minute. It's like a dump truck every minute. 80% of marine debris begins in inland sources, and it flows out through, sewage systems, storm drains, rivers. So as long as we keep producing more and more plastic and single-use and non-reusable material, we're always going to have to some degree, a trash problem. Will it get better? That's the goal. And we always say, your thing may not be doing beach cleanups. Maybe it's carrying your own reusable water bottle, or bringing your own bags to the store, or refusing single-use plastic, creating some effect and change in yourself and with your family. And that's really the powerful part of, you know, participating in a beach cleanup.
Yeah, it's a really nice way to put it.